G'day friends, and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, a little suburb called Ginza. The reason I'm here is because you can find all the actual camera stores and all their respective products in showrooms, which is really great because you can actually touch and feel practically all the new products and accessories in one place. So the second reason for this video is recently I purchased the Canon zoom lens EOS M50 to 22mm, and we're taking it for a road test. So the reason I bought this particular lens is to do some vlogging. I wanted to get like a nice wide angle perspective. So all the shots you're going to see today me walking down Japan streets using this particular lens. So if you want to see how those videos turn out, well then stick around. So my first stop in this little trip was the Ricoh, imaging center. It's right at the top of the building behind me. It's actually got a display center of all their Pentax cameras and lenses, as well as my favorite, the Ricoh Theta V. So I managed to see all those accessories that I normally can't find in Sydney. So if you're ever looking for it, there it is. You have to go up the elevator to level 8. And from up there you get a pretty good view of the intersection. So yeah, that's Ricoh. Small, but at least you got to see and have a hands-on approach at the actual camera equipment that's up there. Now that was pretty cool because that car was very close. So the wide angle came in handy because I could get it right up next to the vehicle as it was turning around, and obviously got a nice clean good shot of the whole surrounding. So hey, came in handy this wide angle lens. I'm starting to enjoy it. Ooh, here we are, the mothership Sony store. The ultimate vlogger. 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras on him at once. That would make for some cool action footage. That's a cool test. So they've got one camera with a stabilization on and another one with it off, and they've got these comparison monitors just proving the stabilization. Is really cool. Cool little demo. A7 III, the camera that everyone's been talking about. Yeah, look at the size of this lens. Oh, beautiful. Well, maybe Christmas. Christmas is coming around the corner. Maybe that can be my gift to myself. But I don't think that's going to be well received at home. Oh, that's a cool camera, huh? Yeah, it's pretty cool. You get actually a chance to actually try out all the equipment. You can actually play with headphones and check out the sound quality. Some pretty expensive equipment too that sometimes you only see behind glass and you can't get your hands on it. You can actually touch it, play with it, get a real good feel for what you're paying for. I had a good try at some of the high quality, high resolution headphones, but I think I've gone deaf because I really can't see that value for money. I was expecting some wow sort of factor, but maybe I've abused my ears for way too long and I really can't get the full sound and range. Yeah, so great experience. Sony shop, well worth the visit. If you're in Tokyo, you get a chance to play with all the cool toys. How am I finding the Canon EOS 11 to 22mm lens so far? Well, look, I'm enjoying it. I think the field of view is pretty good for a vlogging lens. As you can see, I'm holding my arm out straight. I'm not using any more extension as far as the tripod that I'm using at the moment, and so this is my arm's length, so that's pretty good. So I'm really content that from a vlogging perspective this does the trick. You've got enough I guess distance between you and the lens, and you get a good chance to actually see all the detail around you. So you can spin around, you can actually kind of get a sense of your surroundings, which is pretty good. So from a vlogging perspective, it's pretty good, and I'm going to recommend it for that. Now, from an image stabilization, obviously the image stabilization is in the lens. The Canon M50, which is what I'm using right now, does not have in-body image stabilization. So the lens is doing all the work, and look, I'm pretty content that actually it's doing a reasonably good job. The stock lens that I got with the camera when I purchased it does seem to struggle with image stabilization, but this one is doing a really good job. But the thing I think with this particular lens struggles is the fact that it's an f4, so it doesn't get any wider than that. So it does struggle in low light. So when I was inside the Sony shop and there was some not so well illuminated areas, it wasn't doing so well. And obviously you kind of seem to miss a lot of the beautiful colors in the low light. What I found is that, you know, if they could improve this particular lens, if it could be open wider, we'd probably, you know, have a winner on our hands. But for what I bought it for, which is its economical price, as well as the actual ability to vlog while I'm walking in the street with a small compact camera like the M50, I think is doing a phenomenal job. If you're looking for a particular, let's say, wide lens for this particular camera, I think this one does a pretty good job. Yeah, I know I'm using a Canon, I'm at the Nikon shop, but obviously you gotta play fair, right? I wanted to see what their shop was like. So I'm here at the Nikon Display Center. They've got a beautiful exhibition of photography taken with their cameras. But I was lucky enough not only to get my hands on the D850, but I got to play with the Z6 and the Z7. One of them obviously isn't released yet, but it was great to get my hands on it. They actually felt really good, solid cameras, something that I would consider for in the future. Okay, so the final leg of the trip is going to be the Canon Display Center. We're going to check out the Canon EOS R, their new mirrorless digital camera. Obviously, I got a chance to hold a Z6 and Z7, so you got to give Canon a bit of a chance. I want to make sure that I'm impartial as far as these sort of tests are concerned. Now, obviously, I'm not doing any tests, but I'm just getting my hands on them and trying out the autofocus, seeing if the face detect works as well as Canon. So let's go and have a look, and then let's wrap it up. Oh, here we go. Whoa, this thing is really heavy. I don't know how Peter McKinnon does it. He's crazy. He's gonna get a hernia. Well, here it is, the Canon EOS R, new mirrorless camera from Canon with a 28 to 70mm lens. Now look at the size of that beauty. Glass everywhere. It's fantastic. I've been playing with the autofocus. It's extremely fast. It's very popular. Just got released here yesterday. And obviously it's going to be a success. Very, very great feel. The grip feels really stable, especially with you know, the actual weight of the camera and the lens. Feels very secure in the hand. So yeah, pretty good. Oh, well, that was pretty cool. I got a chance to hold the Canon EOS R. Wow, what a beast of a camera. In comparison to the Nikon Z6 and Z7, there's definitely a weight difference, and that lens really adds to the you know, the actual weight of it. You know, when I imagine mirrorless, right, and full frame, I imagine like the you know, Panasonic, the G5s, and they tend to be on the lighter side. So although the Canon felt good and was really impressive with that size lens and great autofocus, and no doubt it takes beautiful images, but for a traveler like me and who actually wants to take film and footage on the fly, that's a heavy camera. Although it looks beautiful, feels great in the hand, but if I was to take a, let's say, new mirrorless either from Nikon or from Canon, and then obviously for travel, I'd be picking the Nikon, you know, for the weight and the lenses. Has a different type of elegance to the camera. They feel really good. Don't get me wrong, the Canon's pretty good too, and I think for photography it's going to be a tight you know, competition between them two. But right now, from a traveling weight and convenience perspective, I'm going for the Nikon mirrorless so far. So we'll see what comes out later in the year. I'm sure there's more reveals and more technology coming our way. So that's the video. Hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of Tokyo. Actually, it was a bit of rush for time. I'm going off to the airport now. I got to check in, and then I got to get the heck back home. I can't wait to get home once again. And once again, if you enjoyed this video, give me the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, ciao for now.